Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we have a massive lot. We have a Poshmark random game bundle. We have Wii games, Xbox games, you name it. It is in here. We paid $235 from this. We're going to go and see if we can make our money back, plus some profit. There was one game that stood out in particular, so let's go and hop right into it and try to find that one. So the box just arrived, and let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. So there are quite a few loose games here. I think some of the more expensive ones he did put in these cases, which is awesome. I'm going to go and look and try to find one game in particular that is very expensive and that caught my eye. So these are probably the cheaper ones. This one actually might be pretty expensive. I'm going to take a look. Some games, like I don't even have any DS games. This is awesome. We have some PC games. This was kind of like a random lot, just a mixture of everything in here, which is kind of cool. Honestly, I wouldn't have bought a lot of these games if it wasn't for this random lot. Actually, a Wii operations manual. That's kind of cool. I don't have any of those. In here, we have some 360 games, a couple more Wii games. We have actually some Xbox One games, which sell great. I'm running a little low. As you guys can see, I don't have that many left. A lot of Xbox 360 games. I do have quite a few that I need to go and throw on the shelf still. PS3 is by far my biggest category, and just on my trip, I probably got another couple hundred PS3 games. So we're gonna have a lot of PS3. I don't see the loose game in here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find it. So I opened up the bag of all the loose games. There are so many good games in here, but I found the one we were looking for. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This is just such an awesome find. This is actually the black label. It's not even the greatest hits, but as you guys can see, there are so many scratches. So this was sold as like an untested lot. Some of them are complete in box and are in good condition. He said all the ones that are in cases are in good condition, but all the ones that are in the bag here aren't in great condition. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this one resurfaced, and I think like there doesn't look like anything deep here. Like I can't feel anything with my finger. It just looks like there's a lot of surface scratches. So I honestly think the resurfacing machine is going to make light work of this. There's another one here. This is Spider-Man for the PS1. This one's not as bad, but still going to get resurfaced because this is worth like 30 bucks loose. The shop that I go to, they normally charge $5 each, but I have a big pile of games that need to be resurfaced. So I'm going to reach out to them and see if they'll go ahead and can do like a bundle deal. If I go and bring in like 100 discs or something like that, if I can go and get a discount. But obviously for Spider-Man and for Castlevania, like I would say anything over probably 30 bucks is worth spending the $5 to go ahead and get resurfaced. But one sold today. I'll throw up a screenshot for you guys. The black label disc only on eBay for $100 plus $25 shipping. Like I am just so beyond excited. Obviously, okay, that was not great. Obviously, we're going to have to go ahead and get it resurfaced, so we got to go ahead and take out $5 for that. But when you remember that I only paid $235 for all of these games here, I mean, I still think we just got an absolutely insane deal. I have found that some of these loose games, like, for example, Silent Hill, take a very long time to sell. I still have this one listed, even though I'm about $10 less than what other people are selling them for. I still have not sold mine. So loose games, especially, really expensive ones, are kind of hard to sell. But I think we're going to go ahead and get these resurfaced, and hopefully we can go and get a sale. So I haven't got anything listed yet. I still have all of the games here, but I wanted to go and throw this in the PS3 just to make sure it works. And this is such a great sign. This means that just, once over with the disc resurfacing machine to get off all of those faint scratches should do the trick. If it was unreadable, I would be a little bit more scared, but the fact that this game boots up is just absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot wait to check some of these other games, like the Spider-Man game. That one's Driver, but Spider-Man's also worth like 30 bucks, so this is just such a great sign. So we just finished going through all the PS1 and PS3 games. There's only one PS3 game, but I didn't want to just switch between the console all the time. So I decided to do these ones first because it was one of the bigger stacks. I think PS2 was a little bit bigger, but I am just absolutely blown away for how much stuff we still have left. We paid $235, and just in PS2 and the one PS3 game, we have over $470 in value. And that is obviously including this game. This is a large chunk of it. This is about $98. But let's go ahead and flip through some of these because I put sticky notes on some of the more expensive ones. So we have Spider-Man Greatest Hits is $30. These are also all pretty recent sales. Like some of them have sold this month or even today. $17 for Twisted Metal 4. A lot of the greatest hits ones, which do sell for a little bit less. We have the regular version of Spider-Man for $26. Forbidden Memories is $33. Mortal Kombat 4, $26. Soul Blade 20. Again, quite a few greatest hits. Now we have two back-to-back amazing ones. 2-on-2 Open Ice Challenge sells for $46. This is just absurd. Obviously, these ones still need to be resurfaced. As you guys can see on the bottom, the black cases are hard, but they are quite scratched. So this isn't, I'm going to have to go and invest some money to go ahead and get these cleaned up. But that is just the recent sold prices for the loose versions of this. I'm not obviously taking the complete in box prices. These are the loose prices. Then we also have this one that I've never heard of, and Energize, I guess, $44, which is just amazing. We have actually only one game out of all of these so far that haven't worked. That's NHL 99. It shows the PS1 logo, but it doesn't actually boot into the game, so not sure there. It is quite scratched, but for only having one that is broken out of all of these so far, I am pretty happy about that. I'm probably going to go ahead and move on to the Wii games next because I already got that hooked up. And there should be some pretty good value in here. So I just finished adding up all of the Wii games here, and we weren't quite as fortunate. We have quite a few Wii games that don't work. All the ones with the pink slips did not read. So a disc resurfacing machine might be able to fix them. These aren't actually that bad. There must be just a couple scratches in the middle. Not sure why they didn't read, but we have some big ones. So we have New Super Mario Bros. $27. We have the only Pokemon game for the Wii, which is at $28. These two did not work. Indiana Jones didn't work. New Super Mario Galaxy. We have New Super Mario Bros. Wii, again, $28, and Wii Play did not work. So we didn't have a ton of Wii games, but out of the ones we did have, we have $135 in value, which is really, really good. And for the 3 Xbox 360 games, we're looking at $42.08 in value. And for the 1 PS4 game, we're looking at $6.90. And now on to the PS2 games. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I am a little disappointed. This was probably our largest stack in terms of one console. So PS2, we have a lot of games, and we came in at $191 for all of these, but a lot of them are sports games or just undervalued games that are going to take forever, if never sell. We have X-Men here, Legends 2. I've actually sold one of these complete in box, but $15 for a loose copy there. Quite a few sports games. We actually only had one game that didn't work, Crash Bandicoot, and luckily it was under like $8, so not too much of a loss there, but 2 copies of Madden 2006. We do have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for $20, Harry Potter for $16, Vice City's decent, but they don't sell very good. Even the complete in box ones don't sell great. NBA game, The Sims, World Poker Tour, all the poker games don't sell very good. But out of all these games, still $191 in value. But again, like I said, I think I'd be happy if we could just sell, the ones with the tags on them. The rest of them, I really don't think are going to sell. In terms of the PC games, I unfortunately don't have a DVD drive on my PC, so I can't even test these. So I really hate selling PC games because I want to test all the games that I sell first. So I'll go through and make sure none of these are worth like an absolute ton of money that I'm missing out on. But they're all relatively scratched. That was actually not awful. But I really just don't think there's anything in here that are good. There's not too many, but now we're moving on to the good stuff. Let's get into this stuff because these are all in the boxes. Not all of them are complete in box, but he said everything that's in a case is in good condition. So let me see if he kept his word. So I just finished adding up the 1 PlayStation 1 game and the 4 PlayStation 3 games. We have less than $40 in value. There's nothing really great here, but we're going to go ahead and move on to the Xbox One games. For the Xbox One games, we have 2 of them. Gears of War 4 is complete in box. This goes for around $10, and Just Dance 2022 is actually brand new sealed, but even with it being sealed, it still only sells for about $16 on eBay. So with these 2, we're looking at about $26 in potential value. So the PS2 games are all added up now. We have $90.20 in value here. There are quite a few sports games that may take a very long time to sell or may never sell, but I think there are a couple ones that might sell. There's a couple $12 games in here, but there's nothing over $15. So I just finished up the Xbox 360 games. We have quite a few of them, but again, there's just nothing great here. I've actually never heard of this Backyard Sports one. It's worth about $15, but here total we only have about $75 in value, which is just unfortunate. Two copies of NHL 13, Madden. None of these are going to sell for anything crazy, but a couple more games to add to the collection, and one that I've never had before. So now I've went through all of the Wii games that are in good condition here. We have one loose copy of Super Smash Bros. And then we have Link's Crossbow Training, which is actually in the box with the disc there. And then we have two complete games here. The biggest one is going to be The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. This one is going for about 25 bucks because it does have the soundtrack as well. But in total, all four of these games come out to about $57 in potential profit. So to wrap up everything we got here, there's not a whole lot. We have Sweet Life on Deck for the DS, sells for like $5. I saw two sold listings for this concert DVD for like $1, so I'm probably not even gonna list that. And then we have StarCraft expansion set. And then we have StarCraft. This one, I'm seeing a lot of really mixed results. Some of them are selling for like $70. Some of them are selling for like $5. So I don't really know what's going on. I know it came in like a really big box, and I don't have that with like a map and stuff like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to list this one and this one as an auction for, you know, a week, and I'll set a reserve price of like $5 plus the buyer pays shipping, and then just get rid of it. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. If it does, great. I'll update you guys on what it sells for. But I'm not going to go ahead and add any value to the counter for this because I really don't know what it's going to sell for. So I'll update you guys in the comments if it does sell. So if I'm doing my math correctly, the number you guys are seeing on screen is $1,139.98. So considering we paid $235 for this lot is just absolutely insane. Now I want you guys to take that number with a grain of salt because there's a lot of loose games which take a very long time to sell and, you know, may never sell. There's also a lot of sports games that may take a very long time to sell. We have the Just Dance game. There's a lot of stuff that is, you know, very up in the air and could fluctuate a lot, or may never sell, or may sell for more than what I am quoting it at. So take that number with a grain of salt, but I mean, we're obviously going to make more than what we paid on this lot eventually once stuff starts to sell. I do plan on going and taking a lot of the discs in, the more expensive ones, to get resurfaced so I can go ahead and list them without any scratches, because all those loose ones, as I said earlier, are pretty scratched, and while they do post, a lot of them are quite scratched. I don't feel comfortable selling, you know, games in that condition when I can't, you know, test the entire game, every single level to 100% make sure it works. I want to at least make sure that there's no scratches on the disc, or as few as possible. Obviously you're not going to get it perfect even with a really expensive disc resurfacer, but I am just so blown away with how good this lot turned out on. I have made a couple of purchases on Poshmark, and I can say for sure I will be making more in the future. It's just such a crazy difference from the eBay shipping costs. Like this would have cost me probably over 50 Canadian dollars to go and ship this to my house, but on Poshmark they offer really good shipping rates. They're only $12. It seems like it's pretty much a flat fee. Obviously that's really expensive if you're only ordering one game. You know, $12 in shipping is quite expensive, but when you order big lots like this, I mean, $12 is nothing. I'm just so excited. I'm gonna be on the lookout for more bundles in the future. So if you guys enjoyed today's video and you want to see more lots, go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any more in the future, because we definitely will be picking up more. If you guys haven't already, check out my other social medias. I post daily TikToks and Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, updating you on what's going on in terms of sales and new pickups, stuff like that. But stay tuned for more videos in the future.